registered cosmetologist, and I'm director of Houston Film Group Artistic Team, and I train hair and makeup artists for all of my creative teams. So today we're going to do a book/video tutorial. It'll be a tutorial on hair and makeup examples, how to. It'll get you from A to Z. We're going to start from scratch. This is our model Jamie. Clean, dry hair worn down and loose. Have your model seated in a low back chair that you can get access to all around the top part of the head and the crown. And then we're going to start with we're doing more of an Eastern, exotic type of a look today. So we're going to start with a center part. We're doing kind of traditional mixed with a little bit of editorial. So we're going to start with a center part and we're going to go into a low ponytail. So I'm going to be prepping the hair to get it into this low ponytail. Jamie has some bond-in, so I'm going to flat iron with some spray shine with some heat just to bounce some shine off of the hair shaft. And we're going to get a nice, clean, no flyaway, loose little chigon in the back. Okay? So we're going to start with our hair, clean, dry hair, worn down and loose. And Jamie air dried her hair so that I could see the scalp growth patterns. That might be a really good idea for you whenever you're working with your models that you've never worked with before. Have them air dry their hair down and loose so you can see the scalp growth patterns. That'll tell you where you're going to have to manipulate more hair for work. Okay? So we'll start with the under section. Just clip off the rest. So now I'm working with the area of the hair that falls from the nape area, just combing it straight down. I'm just going to mist a little bit of spray shine with a little bit of hold and a little bit of oil that reflects shine. Then we're going to just take the flat iron, and I work flat iron over brush or flat iron over comb. It's easy. It's just so you control the hair going into the panels, and just straight down all the way across. We're going to take the next section just above the ears. And we're going to clip all this section off, comb this straight down. Get your hair nice and smooth. So the key to getting a smooth, flat ironed hair look is feeding the hair in an orderly manner within the teeth of the comb, because the teeth are going to guide the hair into the panels and leave. What you feed in is what you get out. So if you have a snarl or a snag in the hair, the comb is going to catch that. If you just let it go through, it's going to bake a nice little knot shape into the hair. So you always want to make sure that your hair is smooth before you start. Just takes a small bit of extra work to get that done, and then you're going to go back in with your second panel. I'm on my second tier of the hair. I'm working from the bottom up. And those of you that are licensed cosmetologists, or if you're getting your license, you know that hair is much like a stack of cards built, like whenever people build houses out of cards. Whatever the top layer is going to, however the top layer looks, it's going to assume the cards on the bottom. So you always want to make sure that your foundation and your structural your underneath structure is correct, so that way you can build that house of cards and it's going to last. Your hair will always settle to look like how it looks on the bottom. So your underneath sections are actually quite the most important sections that you're going to be working on. A lot of people don't know that. They think, oh, well, it's a photo shoot, I don't have to do the back or the underneath of the hair. Wrong. Okay, so right here we have a couple of scalp growth patterns that we're going to be working with. So right here we have a real interesting scalp growth pattern. Her hair has a natural split. Whenever you work with models, all the different ethnic backgrounds, everybody's going to have some scalp growth patterns that you're going to deal with on set. So hers has a tendency to naturally separate. So all we're going to do is just gather about 1/2 inch to 1 inch on either side. Take that together and just press it and feed it into your iron all together. That way you can get a little bit more coverage for that little scalp growth pattern. And you might have to work at it a couple of times. It might continue to separate. You might have to do a little back combing in that area to get some concealing done, but you just do what you have to do to make it, to give it the look that you need. So just feeding either side really does make a difference, and then you can also put the grain of the hair in the direction that you need it to go in. So I'm just going to take it and scrape it to the back. good little nugget of info. Okay, so now we're going to take the hair, we're going to put it into a low ponytail at the nape. So everybody knows that the best ponytails ever are a ponytail inside of a ponytail. It gives your ponytail foundation, and you can also have direction. Use it to give the hair some direction. So I'm just going to go to the nape, comb all this into a low pony, and then we're going to catch it with an elastic right there. Okay, so we have all the hair collected at the nape. I'm just going to use a little bit of spray just to give it a little bit more of a hold factor, give it a little bit of grip. Just the slightest bit of spray will help you with your traction to get your hair going in the direction you need. I'm going to the nape, just going to make sure everything is smooth on the surface. Make sure that my little place is concealed that I was flat ironing over. And then I'm going to catch it all right here at the nape. And I'm going to be using clear elastics. You cannot do your job as a hair and makeup artist for anything without clear elastics. They're easy to cover, they're cheap, they're dispensable, the models can just go home with them. You don't need them back, and it's just one-stop shopping. Clear rubber bands, and they're very easy to conceal. The clients love them because you're ready to take the hair in a direction without any kind of embellishments or pins or barrettes. So now I'm going to take the surface hair, and this is going to be a directional, so we're going to spray and comb and feed it into this direction, down and in. Okay, I'm going to just kind of spray this, give it a little bit of solidity there. Okay, so your outside panel is going to be the panel that's going to read on film. So you want to make sure that you actually take that time, comb it smooth, get it ready to be fed into that outside clear elastic. Okay, so we have that side looking really good. Now we're going to go to the other side. Okay, using this outside hair to conceal our little split. We've got that looking all nice and good here. Alright, now we're going to go with our outer rubber band. The first time you do this, it's going to be a little bit weird because it's weird to put a rubber band on top of another rubber band's placement, especially when there's hair. It's easy to double up, but whenever you have hair that you're kind of feeding, it can be a little bit awkward the first time. So all you do is just go from the underneath with your hand. And I'm right-handed, so I'm going to comb over with my right hand, feed into my left hand, and anytime you comb tension in, make sure that you grab it with your thumb. That's what it's for. Okay, now I'm going over it, just feeding all that hair. You might have to take a few extra strokes just to get that nice and clean. Just make sure it's all in there nice and perfect. You're going to go over with your clear rubber band again. And it's going to be funny to even look at it because you see hair within, the middle, so you get used to it. Now we're just going to anchor. Okay, I'm going to go over her crown with a firmer hairspray just to make sure everything's nice and anchored. Give it a good, nice seal.
What hairspray are you using?
Mega, unscented Mega. Great for an outside shield. Then the inside was more of a mink oil-based hairspray with hold factor and oil for shine. Okay, now we're going to do